Did you know that only one person in NBA history won MVP, became Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year in a career? It's none other than the Celtics' legendary playmaker, Larry Bird. Once every generation or so, a player comes along who can truly be called a superstar. In today's video, we are taking a closer look at all the things to know about Larry Bird. Welcome back to Mostly Wealth. Today, we're diving deep into the intriguing life of basketball legend Larry Bird. From his unparalleled skills on the court to his personal life off the court, there's so much to uncover about this iconic figure. Join us as we take a closer look at Larry Bird's two wives, his net worth, lifestyle, and much more. But before we continue, make sure to stick around until the end, because we're also sharing with you why Larry Bird chose a simple living despite his astonishing net worth. Now, if you're ready, let's get started. The rise of Larry Bird. Larry Bird's journey to basketball stardom is nothing short of remarkable. Born on December 7, 1956, in West Baden Springs, Indiana, to Georgia and Claude Joseph Joe Bird, and grew up as one of 6 children. Bird grew up in a modest household. Despite facing financial difficulties, Bird's passion for basketball burned brightly from a young age. He honed his skills tirelessly, eventually earning a scholarship to play college basketball for the Indiana State Sycamores. Bird grew into a basketball star at Springs Valley High School, eventually becoming so much of a local attraction that his games would regularly draw attendance figures that nearly matched the town's meager population of just over 2,000. Hard work was nothing new to him. Bird's impact at Indiana State was immediate and profound. He led the Sycamores to the 1979 NCAA championship game, where they faced off against Magic Johnson's Michigan State Spartans in a legendary showdown. Although Indiana State fell short in the championship game, Bird's exceptional talent had already captured the attention of the basketball world. Larry Bird's NBA career. Following his collegiate success, Larry Bird entered the NBA in 1979 when he was drafted by the Boston Celtics. It didn't take long for Bird to make his mark in the league. With his unparalleled shooting ability, court vision, and tenacity, Bird quickly established himself as one of the greatest players in NBA history. Once every generation or so, a player comes along who can truly be called a superstar. Larry Bird was such a player. For 13 seasons with the Boston Celtics, from 1979 to 80 through 1991 to 92, Bird personified hustle, consistency, and excellence in all areas of play. As a scorer, a passer, a rebounder, a defender, a team player, and perhaps, above all, as a clutch performer. Bird was so self-confident that he was known to waltz up to the opponent's bench before tip-off and predict a 40-point performance for himself. During his illustrious career with the Celtics, Bird achieved numerous accolades, including 3 NBA championships, 1981, 1984, 1986, 3 NBA Most Valuable Player (MVP) awards, 1984, 1985, 1986, and 12 All-Star selections. His fierce rivalry with Magic Johnson and the Los Angeles Lakers defined an era of basketball and elevated the sport to unprecedented levels of popularity. Bird embodied Celtics pride. He was a classy, confident, diligent player who thrived under pressure and inspired his teammates to succeed. The low-key Bird, like Bob Cousy, Bill Russell, John Havlicek, and Dave Cowens, was a player who brought out the best in those around him, rather than forcing the attention on himself. But even those renowned players didn't fill Boston Garden, impressing spectators. What about this coaching career? Pacers center Rick Smits played under Bird for all 3 seasons, becoming a first-time All-Star in Bird's first year as head coach. In a recent interview with Legends magazine, Smits spoke candidly about Bird's coaching style and what it was like playing for him. "He was not what I expected," Smits said with a laugh. Bird coached the Pacers from 1997 to 2000, going 147, 67 in the regular season, and 32-20 in the playoffs. Indiana advanced to at least the Eastern Conference Finals in each of Bird's 3 years on the sideline, and they made the NBA Finals in 2000. Bird became just the second person in NBA history to be honored as Coach of the Year and Executive of the Year. Larry Bird's personal life. Did you know Larry got married at the age of 19 to Janet Condra in 1975? She was his first wife. The couple had 2 children together, Corey and Connor, before divorcing in 1976. In 1989, Bird married Dinah Mattingly, his second wife. The couple has adopted a son, Connor, and a daughter, Mariah. Bird's relationship with Dinah has been enduring, with the couple maintaining a relatively private life away from the spotlight. He labeled the marriage as his biggest mistake. The burden and stress of separation left a scar on Larry for life. Getting married was the worst mistake I ever made. Everything that ever happened to me, I've learned from it, but I'm still scarred by that. That scarred me for life, Bird said. That and being broke are the 2 things that influenced me most. Bird's relationship with Janet ended amicably, and they remained on good terms following their divorce. His second and current wife, Dinah Mattingly, often described as Larry Bird's steadfast partner, has played a crucial role in Bird's life. Not just as a wife, but as a support system, confidant, and partner through the various phases of his career and life after basketball. Mattingly has maintained a relatively low profile, preferring to support her husband away from the limelight, Larry Bird's net worth and lifestyle. As one of the most iconic figures in basketball history, Larry Bird has amassed significant wealth throughout his career. While his exact net worth is subject to speculation, estimates place it in the range of $75 million to $100 million. Bird's earnings stem from his lucrative NBA contracts, endorsements, coaching endeavors, and investments. Bird was one of the best-paid players in the NBA during his time, but it appears despite his incredible financial success, Bird would have been equally content if he had some of the smaller things in life. Despite his wealth and fame, Larry Bird has always maintained a down-to-earth lifestyle. He is known for his modesty, humility, and strong work ethic, traits that have endeared him to fans around the world. Bird's love for the game of basketball remains unwavering, and he continues to be involved in the sport as a respected executive and ambassador. Legacy and impact. In 2003, he joined the Pacers front office as the team's president of basketball operations and worked side by side with Walsh to rebuild Indiana into a contender. When Walsh moved on to a similar role with the Knicks before the 2008-09 season, Bird gained complete control of the team's basketball operations and helped the Pacers end a 4-year playoff drought in 2010-11. He won the NBA Executive of the Year award in 2012 to become the only person in NBA history to win Most Valuable Player, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year. Larry Bird's legacy extends far beyond his on-court achievements. He is revered not only for his basketball prowess, but also for his leadership, competitiveness, and sportsmanship. Bird's influence on the game of basketball is immeasurable, as he paved the way for future generations of players with his skill, determination, and passion. So with all Larry Bird's astonishing earnings, why did he choose to live simply? Bird was one of the best-paid players in the NBA during his time, but it appears, despite his incredible financial success, Bird would have been equally content if he had some of the smaller things in life. The one essential thing I want is a clean, comfortable place to live. Other than that, money is not that big of a deal to me. I know it's easy to say that when you have some, but I mean it. If I have enough money for some Coke, some beer, something to eat, and a nice place to live, I don't need much more. Bird said, clearly Bird didn't feel the need to live a lavish lifestyle and just wanted a simple living. Bird has been wildly successful, and most players who have been compensated to the level that he has been across his career usually want to live a luxurious life. But for Bird, his essentials are all that he needs to have a happy life. That concludes our deep dive into the life of Larry Bird. We hope you enjoyed learning more about this legendary figure. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. And let us know in the comments which topic you'd like us to explore next. Until next time, thanks for watching.